Okay, so attempt number 3. This maybe is a good thing, actually. Today on RCE, I want to address bipolar disorder. In particular, my own personal experience with bipolar disorder. I am currently enduring a bit of a low patch, but we'll get to that. That's probably why it's been so hard to make this video today. It's been a bit of a struggle to come back and forth through ideas. Depression is not what I'm experiencing. It is just a low patch. But I wanted to make this video today for the people who are watching who do have bipolar disorder and who need to see that it's not the end of the world. So I'm going to do this in segments and piece them together because I think that's the best way of doing it. Okay, let's get going. When I was 5 years old, I developed bipolar disorder. And when I was growing up, they didn't realize that children could have mental illnesses. It's not the same as it is now. I'm in my 40s, and when I was 5, they didn't believe that children could have mental illnesses. They thought they only developed in early adulthood. So I went for a long time without receiving treatment, which meant that I had to develop my own coping mechanisms. And we'll get to that. When I was in my teens, I was seriously depressed for a time, and I was diagnosed as bipolar. But again, they didn't believe that teenagers could have it, so it took a lot of fighting to get me the care that I needed. I was very lucky. I have incredibly supportive parents. You know, my father has passed, but my mother has always been very good about helping me handle this on my own, because that's what I feel I have to do, is handle it on my own. Now I'm, like I said, I'm in my 40s. I believe that it's hard to tell that I have this illness, because many people tell me, when I do tell them, they're like, oh, really? You're bipolar? First of all, I am not bipolar. I have bipolar disorder. I am not my illness. You are not cancer, you are not diabetes, you are not gout. That would be ridiculous. But for some reason people have an okay time telling you that you're bipolar, which is ridiculous. It is part of you. It will always be part of you. Until they find a cure, it will always be part of you. But that doesn't mean that it is you. It is not your identity. You are Sarah Smith. You are John Hancock. You are whoever you are. This is just part of the life you live. And have been fairly euthymic for a very long time. I would say since my early 30s, I have been pretty stable, with the exception of the last 2 years when I had to get the new medication for that. But I guess the point of all this is that I am down right now, and it is scary. It is very scary, because you don't know how far it can go. Now, I am trying to take vitamin D. I am trying to make sure I take my morning pills. I am trying to take sure I take the night pills. I have not cut out caffeine. I have cut out alcohol. I have cut out drugs. I have cut out all sorts of things to try and maintain as best I can. And I advise that in anyone. You have to take care of this. This is not something that can be taken care of for you. This is not something that other people can choose your paradigm. They can't choose how you're going to get better. You have to know that. You have to know that eating a bowl of ice cream is going to make you depressed, or it's going to make you happy, or it's going to fix the problem. Like, some people it does. Some people having a glass of wine at dinner makes them chill enough that they can get through the night. Some people having a glass of wine at dinner makes them depressed because alcohol is a depressant. So you have to know yourself. You have to know who you are and what you are. And that's, I think, the most important part of this, is that it is your illness. And anything I say advice-wise only holds true to me. And maybe it does hold true to others, but, you know, I know myself. I know that even though I'm down it doesn't mean that I'm out. It doesn't mean that I'm having a huge mood shift. It just means that I don't want to do jack all. And that's fine. I make myself a little list, and I check off what I can every day. And that's all I can do. And I'm telling you, be gentle with yourself. Do what you can do. If this is a bad time for you, do what you can do. You know, make yourself a list. Say, not to look at it at the end of the day and say, well, I didn't get anything done. But just say, like, okay, well, these are the things that are a priority to me. Should I let my illness get in the way of that? Or should I do my best to accomplish what's important to me? This has gotten kind of rambly, but it's because I'm not feeling well. So hopefully some editing will help clean it up. But I did feel important to share this with you, that I'm not feeling well, and it's not the end of the world. And if you have bipolar, it's not the end of the world. Okay? So take care of yourselves, and thank you for tuning in. You know, most of the time I've been taking breaks in this video, I've just been drinking coffee. So just so you see, I have not quit coffee. This is my coffee, and it is delicious. I can't get rid of coffee. It's addictive, and it's dangerous, but I love it. So, just in case you were wondering what I was doing every time I paused the camera, I was drinking coffee.